What'd you find? That looks like it still works.
I know.
Get a new O-ring and send it. A little short. I'm ready, but I have no idea what we're doing. I need the Swede. Where's the Swede?
We're just out here getting it done.
Do you need to seek medical attention?
I think so.
I might lose my temper.
That's a prostate.
You'll find out.
That didn't take much.
Larson?
You never know what we're gonna get into, right, Dougal? Ah! You're in the rhubarb! I'm having fun. Welcome back. Welcome back. He won't move anymore. We don't know why. He slammed himself in park and we were servicing the digger up because that one's probably done. We have one field left to plant. We're probably gonna work it today, let it sit over the weekend and dry, kind of wet. Then we're gonna finish black beans on Monday. But anyways, today we have a problem there. That won't move. A cab controller maybe, or a wiring issue. So we'll see what we come up with on that one. But we're gonna wait till about noon to probably work that field down, give it some drying time. The Canadian fires are back at it. It's really cloudy and not much of a drying day. But I'm gonna go hit some of the farther field away from the farm edges, borders. I did some yesterday and today we're gonna do some more. All right, so we decided to haul the side-by-side and the little top air sprayer around to these far fields because some of them are upwards of, I don't know, 15 to 20 miles away from the farm. This is a high cost per mile machine right here, just the Polaris Ranger in general, where it don't cost so much to drive a pickup. So that's why we went to hauling it. Plus I'm sure it's a lot better on the machine because it will pull that no problem down the road, but this is what we've decided to do. But I will say it is super annoying unstrapping this thing every single time you want to spray a field, because spraying the field takes probably less time than unstrapping and strapping this on. But it is what it is. We're getting her done. It's way faster than that Century sprayer. Anyways. I should probably get it agitating. It's kind of nice that tail can lift. So I think it can lift like 5,000 pounds or something, and it can support 8,000. That works pretty slick. Otherwise my trailer wouldn't be long enough. I didn't do it the straightest, but we're off the trailer. Okay, what do we need to do here? We're four-wheel drive, turn my display on, rate number 1. We're ready. So, in between planting, we've been doing a ton of just spot spraying, bordering fields. Me and Dad have been doing for like the last 2 days. Eric's been spraying a lot of spot spraying. Fields that drowned it out last year, heavily drowned out. The weed pressure is extreme and needs spot spraying. So we've been doing a lot of that in between planting, and then Jordan's been doing some custom land rolling for a neighbor. And yeah, that's what we've been up to. Okay, I think I'm prepared. I was spraying the neighbor's yard the other day, or I don't know what you'd call it. It's just long grass. It had a bunch of thistles, so I raised the boom up so I got over the grass. And I believe we are ready to spray. We're gonna use 2 sections and let's get going.
You can keep your calm, life ain't for me. The harshest gales call out from the trees, like it can sense the reckless in me. And when the clouds roll in, it's like I'm home again. Don't need your safe and sound, let the rain come down.
Holy cow, look at this thistle patch coming up. Wow. That was bad. So I got two rates down here. I can switch between 10 and I have it set at 13 gallons. So when I get to patches like that, I just hit the switch to rate number 2, which is 13 gallons an acre rather than 10. Kind of give it a little bit higher rate because, well, there is no ground left. It's just weeds. And we're gonna take them out. So I don't know if you remember last spring when Eric nosed the 2-track in right here and got stuck with the sprayer. Well, the tracks are still there. They still have water in them. I just had to rub it in. Big Swede. Center a little bit too hard there, bud. That was a horrible day. Ripped the rear end out of a quad track that day, stuck a tractor. When it rains, it pours. And just like that, we got it done. Okay, I got about 80 gallons left, maybe 85. On average, I'm going about 2 fields per 200 gallons, roughly. This one was a overachiever due to its basically 2 fields, because there's a big slough in the middle of it. My battery's sounding very weak. Strap down. I did it a little different over here. Every time I try a new way to be more efficient, but I really like the way that works, coming through this hole and that ring stopping, until the ring got up against this terminal here and got stuck there. So now I can't do that anymore on this side. So do you guys have a daily routine? Maybe something like working out or drinking something healthy? Well, for me, that's AG1. So every morning I mix up AG1, have it for breakfast. Super easy, super good for you. AG1 just released their next gen. So what that means is it's got an upgraded formula. The new formula has more vitamins, nutrition, and it's all for the same price. For less than $3 a day, you guys can have all the vitamins, minerals, probiotics that your gut needs, your body needs, your mind needs. In just one scoop that I put in this mixer cup, there's over 75 minerals and probiotics to support my body and your body. There's a lot of benefits, like supports energy, improves digestion, and quite honestly fills my nutritional gap. So get started with AG1 for less than $3 a day using this QR code, or go to the link in the description. You'll also get $76 of free extras if you subscribe. Includes 5 free travel packs. Those are super handy. A shaker bottle and a bottle of vitamin D3 plus K2 and a metal container. So let's get back to today's video. Thank you AG1 for supporting my gut health and supporting the channel.
Good morning. Time to go plant some more black turtle beans. We've been planting for the last 2 days, but it's just been very little, I should say. We're just taking little baby steps. We're almost there though. We're almost done with 2025 plant. So we'll be done soon. I suppose we'll check the oil here. Oh yeah, she's good. Well, we ran out of seed with this variety, so now we gotta switch to the other variety of seed, which is Nimbus, I think. I gotta show you this, how good I am. I wouldn't say it's good, it's probably luck, actually. Pretty empty. That don't happen very often, so got lucky. Let's get this fired up here.
There's a kind of peace. Oh, call life like it's a screenplay. What will the words say when it all ends? When it all ends. When it all ends.
Good morning. It is Thursday, close to the end of May. I was walking past the what's left of the rotary hoe here that I'm using for my strip freshener, and these little birds went flying. There's one nest. It's like a whole neighborhood here. Huh. So at least they're finding good use for it, because that bar is going to be scrapped to me. Better they build it there than on a building or in the booms of a sprayer, which seems to be the other commonplace, which is what I'm doing. I think the field's fit enough that we can plant it, we can work it, and then plant it without it needing to necessarily dry. So I'm going to take off for the field, but I hope the sun does come out.
The big sweet has arrived. Just finished. Just in time. There's a hog barn. You can probably guess how they smell right now. They're all laying down in there. I can see them. They're all sleeping, taking a nap. Life must be rough for them.
Well, a little change of scenery. I got the spraying done. Now we're land rolling. Brody was out here. It's May 29th, so this field is what I had you guys in planting soybeans a 3 weeks ago. Now we got the edibles in on the rest of the acres here. Once I'm done with this 65 acres, then I'm taking it over to another field of mine actually that Brody's doing the headlands on. But that ground is real fluffy from tillage and just the fall we had and the spring we had, that we're going to land roll in front of the planter, on the main rows at least, to try to mellow it out and have consistent seed depth. I'm not sure I'll be the one doing that because I've got to get back to spraying, but I had a little downtime here, so we're land rolling quick. All right, Jordan's taking over. Perfect timing. Brody's got the headlands done, so he's going to start going back and forth on the main rows. The headlands, we didn't land roll in front of the planter there. Our conversation was headlands are usually pretty compact or hard, relatively speaking, compared to the main rows. So instead of a planter sit-in, he done his headlands, slow stuff, and I think he's ready to go back and forth. The exciting part is this is my last edible bean field. So when Brody's done here in an hour and a half, I'll be 100% planted for 2025. All right. Here's the black bean. And that one is at 1.5 inches. Kind of shooting for 1 inch to 1.5 inches. I don't know, there's good moisture in the ground. Well, our goal as a group is we don't want any beans sitting in dry dirt, especially with black beans, because then they emerge or germinate and emerge a little bit ahead of the neighboring beans. That the ones in the dry dirt emerge later, is what I'm trying to say, because they aren't sitting in moisture. And you don't want that come harvest time. Erratic maturity, erratic maturing beans, because we have to desiccate, and that leads into the whole long topic of making sure all your pods are ready. There's some moisture in the forecast beginning of next week, which will help, but we also got a lot of heat before that And since this field is relatively good moisture because of the rain we got a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, the ones that are in moisture are going to take off with the heat, and they got something to drink on to swell up and grow. Long story short, we want to plant them even depth, consistent depth. Well, that's enough standing still. I gotta go spray.
Well, I got this field done. I didn't show you guys, but I ran out of seed. I was 1 acre short. So we had to go get some seed and load seed up. So sorry for not taking you guys with, but we are done for the day. We have one more field left, the black turtle beans. So I'm thinking it'll be next week before we get out there. I'm guessing it's still kind of wet, so we'll see.
Well, a change of scenery again. We are out spraying little potholes that have got some grass pressure. So yeah, I've got Roundup in. We're just trying to kill some of the grass while my hands stay around these wet spots. Man, do I wish I had 3 hands sometimes. Let me show you guys what I've done so far. Yeah. The blue is where I sprayed. Anyways, yeah, so I'm out with Roundup killing grass, and I've got a couple fields on the list that I got to get to. I am tackling this with the Apache because the fields are all spread out, and this thing works really well for road travel. And just mix up a simple load and buzz around. Alright, we got the field done. Currently just pushing the brake pedal as it does the auto fold. New function. Very nice. We ended up doing 33 acres out here. You guys have seen it. Half of it. But that's the rest of it. The grass is dead. On to the next.
Well, I got back to the farm, offloaded the side-by-side. I've got 1 field left to do. It's only 4 miles from here, so I'll just drive it there when that time comes, or maybe I'll have Dad do it so then he gets to experience the side-by-side and the little top air sprayer. I have to go spread fertilizer now, and then we're gonna work that last field down, and hopefully that all goes well, and then next week we can plant that. That's the plan right now. So I think I'm gonna go jump in the Terrigator and go turn it up. Last field, old girl. Hold on to your hydraulic hoses. I promise it's the last one of the year. If you notice, the 9530's been moved. We actually unhooked that, don't have a battery kill disconnect switch, so we actually pulled the battery cable off. That's what Kibble said to try, and then it works just fine. How long till that problem comes back again? Probably first day next harvest when we're trying to do tillage. Anyone want to place a bet? Or maybe it's fixed forever. Let's just hope. I'm gonna look forward to this. Oh my goodness gracious. Doug's been out here, so when I built the shed here last year, this was all trees, old yard site, and we ripped down the trees because they were all tipped over from the storm. Well, you know what a grove site's like after that. So he's out here with the hay buster and the 6420 actually giving her right there. And I'm gonna spread fertilizer. We're probably gonna plant this. Now in the future, I do plan on building a house here. This is hopefully going to be my forever home spot. We'll just convert the field back into a yard, which it wasn't smooth to begin with, so it'll be good. It'll be better. Everything will be so much better. Look at him go. He just loves that thing. It does look really nice here though. What'd you find? That looks like it still works. I know. Get a new O-ring and send it. shore property. Nothing square, nothing straight, but it sure is pretty. So we're actually not going to be spreading this yard site slash grove site because grove sites are just historically very good on P&K, and being it's the first year, I don't know what it's going to amount to. Well, it could get taken over with weeds because, once again, it's going to be a black bean field. The chemistry used on black bean fields is very, very poor, so we'll see. Probably will be lamb's quarter that grows, so that probably won't be too bad. But I'm sure you'll see throughout the summer what this turns into. So this is that farm that I purchased my first farm 2 years ago, I believe. And anyways, my plan, this isn't a field that should have black beans on. It's just historically really wet. It's generally the last field planted. The farm is right there. It's really close to the farm, and it's where my yard is going to be. Long story short, I'm putting black beans on this to hopefully improve the drainage this fall. Give the tiling company that I've got signed up to tile this some more time this fall. Hopefully the black beans come off early September. Maybe they can get here. Who knows? That's my hope. So that's why it's black beans. The big Norwood trailer can fill so fast. We've gotten all these hard chunks of fertilizer on there. I gotta choke the gate down because it won't fall through the screen fast enough. Can you believe that? Oh, well, I just finished the field, and this is what we got going here. So this farm in the 70s, I believe, they raised 76. Artichoke put a dam in and raised the lake level, and that hurt this farm in the worst way. There's the tile. So this is a tile that goes into the lake. And this ditch drains this whole belly. Actually, a farm, it looks like the same field, but it's a different 80 on the end of this one that Dad and Randy have farmed since the beginning of their farming career. That actually outlets into the end of this ditch. The problem that happens is the water table. It's a water table issue. The water now backs up into the field when the lake is high. When the lake is low, it all drains out. So you give it another month, this ditch will probably be dry. Since they raised the lake like a foot or foot and a half, I'm not sure on that, like positive on what that story is, but I know they put a dam in Lake Artichoke, raised the whole level, causing this farm to really take it. So the only way to improve this is putting a pump in, and we're gonna have to pump 100% of the water that comes off this farm. It's kind of the plan that we're thinking. We'll see. Make sure to subscribe and like, because I'm sure we'll have this tile project talked about either this summer. The plan was this spring to maybe get the pump set and all that, and well, spring's here and spring's gone, so we'll see when that gets done. Looking forward to it. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm sitting here. There you can see how the ditch is there. I'm hoping that we can go straight and close this ditch up. And then if we get decent drainage here, hopefully we can farm this 80 this way with this field, and then we'll have potentially close to mile-long rounds, which would be always perfect because then efficiency goes through the roof. But yeah, last summer is the summer I wanted this done, but it didn't happen because my wetland determination didn't come back in time. So now I got that. We're ready to roll. You just gotta wait till harvest now. We made it. We didn't even break anything. All the hoses held. That's a win. That's fertilizer. Check mark for the year. Well, for the spring. I guess not for the year. We gotta do fall P&K. But then we use the ProForce. Well, I'm cleaning up the yard, parking equipment away for the weekend. We're gonna let that field lay over the weekend, dry out. There was a lot of wet areas. They just finished it up, actually. We have to spray Sonoland on it and dig it one more time Monday morning, and then plant it, roll it that afternoon, and then we will be done. So we got one more farming video after that. Hopefully it goes smooth, and yeah, it feels good to be all done planted. Now we'll start jumping in sprayers and going spraying, because remember when the corn was froze off? It's coming out of it, and it's starting to grow really fast now. So you can see some of their leaves died, but they didn't get all wrapped up. They're back to growing. Some of them are still, I mean, that one's gonna die, but it's green again instead of yellow, so that's awesome. So we'll get this thing in the shed. We got room, so may as well have it inside instead of out in the sun. It'll be a beautiful weekend. Might be a little warm, 90s, but it's better than 40s like it was last week. All right, I think I'm calling that a week, guys. I'm gonna lay in the footage of Duggo. I don't know when he recorded this, but I found it. So we're going to put it in. It was him finishing up the last touches on Big Black. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Well, guess what arrived? I haven't really gotten to do too much on this here big remodel deal, but we've got more stuff that just come from Forestate. I hate to say it, but I gotta kind of cut apart some of the parts, brand new parts, because, well, we are running these crossfires, which equalize the tire pressure. Find it very much a plus to be able to simply look down and be able to see if the tire is low. This one actually is a little low. Okay, so this, I've assembled this one, but when you see the little line in there, and that lines up with the outer lines, those two lines, are supposed to line up perfectly. This one's close enough. These are 100-pound crossfires, and they just simply keep the tire pressure equal from the dual to the outside one. And because of this bracket back there, I gotta do a little cutting. As you see, I have to notch that out, so this bracket here will fit on there, and the chrome cap will fit nicely. So we will show you. See how that fits now? But it is a little time consuming. I'll maybe show you as I do the other side. 3 more to go. So I've taken my bracket and I have put it on the chrome here, and I have placed it where it needs to be, and I have drew a line on each side of the bracket, or of the chrome. I call it top hats. I don't know if that's right. I'm sure it isn't. I think that's what the little chrome caps for the bolts on the side of your truck frame. And I shouldn't even start talking this trucker talk, because I'm sure I'm wrong with all of my terminologies. Well, anyway, now I've got to take and cut about 1/8 of an inch, or not quite a quarter, that's for sure, but I'm going to cut that off, and I actually have to remove the whole area there. And you guys can wish me luck, because I'm going to go at it now. I just clean that up a little bit, and that bracket should fit right down in there, so that it'll fit nicely now. So I know all of you guys are gonna run right out and buy a bunch of these and do this to your trucks. Highly recommended. Too bad chrome don't get you home. One last reminder, don't forget to put this. I've only made this mistake once, and I learned real fast not to forget it, because I did not enjoy taking it back off to put that on. It's just a little protectant thing, I guess, to keep it from eating in or vibrating on the chrome. It's just a little protectant thing to keep the chrome cap from eating into the aluminum. So we are complete. We got them all on. This one's a little bit over, the tire is overinflated because it's red. I don't know if you can see that, but it is red. Now there's still a couple of other things. We're gonna get a new taillight assembly thing there, but we might have to buy a different truck to actually take out on the road and work, because this one now has gotten a little too nice to use. So we'll be building a big wood structure with windows around or in it, and we'll just put this in the corner in the wooden box with windows, and we'll just look at it. But that is really coming around. Now I gotta go make sure Brody's working. You know, I was really doing the best I could working, but yeah, Brody's working too. Because it rained out is why we're messing around with stuff like this. So if you guys are wondering, what are you doing? Why aren't you spraying? Well, that day's coming. Hopefully Monday, Tuesday, it'll be dry enough to do that and finish our black beans. I'm out of here now.